is a large necessity for electric and hybrid cars because of the effect on the climate change and other factors. There are many different ways agriculture is affected by electric cars. Over 100 years ago, the great inventor Thomas Edison warned that gasoline cars would pollute the environment and lead to gasoline shortage. He preferred the use of clean electric vehicles. He also put his money where his mouth was and developed an entirely new alkaline storage battery system for his cars, the nickel-iron storage battery. The battery turned out to have an incredible run of application and is still being used today. It was the most profitable product ever made by Thomas Edison's company. Now many engineers, scientists, and researchers are helping people go back to Mr. Edison's original dream. Today, one sees the emergence of hybrid cars and electric vehicles, reducing the use of gasoline and helping to clean up the air in cities. A hybrid car has both a regular gasoline engine and a battery engine. Electric vehicles can be made to accelerate as fast as any gasoline-powered cars. To make the electric vehicles a replacement for the gasoline-powered cars requires the creation of infrastructures that support the electric car to standardization of the batteries and charging control modules on electric cars. The author says that the advantages of promoting an all-electric cars economy includes enormous savings in money and substantial reduction in need for foreign oil supplies. You now have a choice of nearly 24 hybrids, including sedans, compacts, SUVs, luxury models, and even sports cars. The first hybrids offered great mileage but weak performance. Most of the new models feature power compatible to gas-powered competitors with mileage that is 30 to 40% better. The Ford Fusion has been one of the most popular thanks to its power and an average mileage of 39 miles per gallon. The Toyota Prius has an average of 50 miles per gallon, but with good acceleration. Diesels nearly disappeared from the U.S. roads when several states changed emission standards to levels that old models couldn't meet. Thanks to low sulfur fuel and new clean diesel technology, diesels are making a comeback. The fuel costs about 20 cents more per gallon than regular gas, and the cars are pricier, but they also have fewer parts and usually last longer. The federal government has made the deal better with a $7,500 rebate on electric cars, which brings the price of Nissan Leafs down to around $26,000 and Chevy Bolts down to around $34,000. Electric powered cars could help transform the country's energy use. The Nissan Leaf runs completely on battery power. On the road it feels like a normal car, but it only goes about 100 miles on charge. After that, you need to find an outlet and let it cool. Recharging takes about 8 hours using a 220 volt outlet. The Leaf can also be charged from an ordinary 110 volt outlet, but it takes longer to charge. The Volt can go about 40 miles on battery power before a small gas engine kicks in. Electric cars cost about 3 cents per mile, less if they're charged overnight. Fossil fuels are usually required to generate the electricity that recharges the battery, but for most buyers today, an electric car is not a practical option. The engine of gasoline cars are getting a lot more efficient thanks to better transmission, fuel-sipping injectors, and other technologies. The Ford Explorer is shedding its bad image with 4 and 6 cylinder engines, but no V8. It can still carry up to 7 people and tow a boat. Explorer's top highway mileage rating will be in the high 20s compared to 21 miles per gallon for the model. Models like Mazda, Ford, Fiesta, Chevy Cruze, Honda Sonata, and Fiat 500 get mileage ranging from the high 20s to 30s, better than some hybrids. Hopefully you agree with me and create an environmental friendly car in your old muscle cars.